Hey everybody, what's going on? It's wilkyb here, and this is another video for my map Concealed Hill, for a replay on the newest version of the map, Concealed Hill version 13 here. I had to make an update to the map because the previous version, I played a game against Grey Goo, who's like a 1400 rated Fog of War player, and he did a build order against me that was basically an auto win, and yeah, so I had to do something about that. It had to do with the recons. I think the replay is old, like it's so old now that I can't replay it like action by action. So, but anyways, the gist of that game was that I played as Blue Moon and my opponent was Orange Star, and they did a build where or a capture phase at the beginning where they captured these two cities immediately, and then after they captured these two cities they would just head over to the bases here to capture them. And with the income provided with these two first captured cities, what they would do is they would build a recon on day 3, and then they would back that other recon with another recon, which you know, if you've seen the previous videos, then you'll know that the recon rush, even a single recon, you know, is a pretty big deal for Blue Moon to handle. And then when there was two recons behind, you know, one after another, it was just like game breaking. And so yeah, so that wasn't very cool. So I've done something about it here. So in this map, in this version 13, I've added the lab here. And the lab permits the production of recons. So Orange Star doesn't start with their lab. They have to capture it before they start building recons and stuff. And Blue Moon does have their lab, so they can build a recon immediately on turn 3. And I think this is a good change, a good balance, because for one, you cannot. This does not permit you to build the two recons immediately one after another. It's not possible to do that anymore. So that kind of an opener is game breaking. So this change fixes that. And then I also think that in the previous version, if I think that Orange Star just, I mean, the statistics of the map also showed that I think it was like 60. It was pretty big disparity, like 62 to like 38% or something like that, Orange Star versus Blue Moon. So, you know, looking at the number of replays that I looked at, you know, I've probably watched like, you know, 15 replays, and yeah, you can kind of see the recurring theme, and in the moves that people make and stuff, is that Orange Star just is really strong. They're beatable, but I think honestly, like, I think even still the better player would probably lose as Blue Moon, just because the mech beginning and the recon is so strong. But now that this lab is here, I think it remedies that. So now that this lab is here, like I said, is it slows down that recon rush at the beginning of the game, and then also it slows down the economy a bit more, because, and I think that's important because first strike as Orange Star is so potent that it needs to be slowed down somehow, which is what this lab does. So not only does it slow down the first strike and it disables that recon rush, the double recon rush like I mentioned, but it also slows down the economy a bit more by one more turn. So previously, if you wanted to do a recon rush, then you would want to, or excuse me, you would, well, let me explain this part again. To do a recon rush now, you need to capture this lab, and then that sets back your capture phase of this base here by one more turn, which I think is actually really good. I think that's pretty much perfect at this point, because the mech is so good. The mech is really good at the beginning of the game. So if you do dedicate yourself to the recon rush, then you're kind of removing the mech from the early game in the middle here. But you can still send this mech out to the comm tower on the side. So anyways, there's lots of different things that you can look at it here, different outcomes and stuff and whatnot. But you know, statistically speaking, Orange Star was winning more games than Blue Moon, like by a decent spread, So I think this will alleviate that. I still kind of think that Orange Star is like pretty strong, but you know, after another 20 or 30 games, I reckon that the win-loss disparity, and mind you, a lot of these games are, a lot of the first series of games played in this tournament were, you know, big disparities between the skill level. So we had like, you know, a 32 seed me versus like Starflash 250, who's like a 1450 rated player. So naturally, I think there's going to be, you know, more of a disparity between the games like that. But yeah, just generally speaking, I think, you know, Orange Star was stronger, and now this is more equalized. So, anyways, here we have a game that we're going to go through here between Ako-san and Ban Joey. And Ban Joey is like 1400 rated, and I think Ako-san is like 1200 rated. Let's check it out. Oh, he's like even less than that. Yeah, so that's Ako-san. And so, yeah, we're just gonna, you know, burn through a few turns here of the opener. A gnome named Grimble Crumble, a little gnome. So, as you can see, we're not going to see any recon rush here because they've not captured the lab here. So that's just something to note. And Ako-san is just going hardcore economy. He didn't get a recon of his own. So, do. We see a tank in the middle for Ban Joey. Getting this tank into position here. So Ako-san, I like I like to see when people get the artillery early in the middle here, because it's really easy, I think, at the beginning of the game especially, to get caught up in like a confrontation in the middle here, where like if you use a melee unit to attack another melee unit, then you're going to suffer some damage. So it's nice to see the artillery here just covering the city on one side or the other. I think these two cities are actually a pretty big deal throughout the breadth of the game. So yeah, I kind of like the artillery there. So we're seeing some pretty standard gameplay here. Ban Joey has got the recon because he wants to see what's going on in the middle here. And so does Ako-san. And they're taking out the infantry here, which is kind of a good exchange, but you know, I think this is going to end poorly for Ban Joey. So that artillery he put it on the right side. How did he think of that? He put it on a good side. I guess because he's captured this one already, so they want to put it over here now. So yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Interesting line here with the mech. Personally, I think the mech, in my opinion, I would send it up towards the comm tower here, because there's going to be more action. There's going to be a tank and like stuff here to fight, and so, you know, sending the mech towards the action is more valuable than if you sent an infantry at it. So, in my opinion, yeah. So there's the artillery getting hit. It's gonna get destroyed there. Now we've got Ako-san taking their economy, building a tank in the middle, and then they're just creeping out towards towards the cities on the exterior of the map. So Banjoey sends out the recon towards the middle here, which is a nice play. I like seeing that. And Banjoey's pretty scared of the middle here, I think, and I would be too, because you can't really see anything. You don't have any infantry in the middle there. Like, that's a pretty, you know, Ako-san has played this pretty good there in the middle. And now Banjoey is just building 2 infantry and a recon on the right side. I do like Banjoey and how they're on the outsides. They're doing a pretty good thing here. They're staying on top of their opponent. They got vision, or at least they're going to have vision next turn on the right side. And they're in a good position to take the comm towers too, on both sides. So we see Banjoey, or excuse me, we see Ako-san on the left side getting ready to take this comm tower, but he's going to face some trouble because he's got that recon and no tank to fight that with. That's kind of the drawback, is if you stack the middle at the beginning, you will probably have a weaker position going for the comm tower in the middle there. So that's something to consider. It's really strong to capture, to go to capture this comm tower with a tank to support it, because the recon can get here in 1 turn, and other infantry can kind of clean it up and just, you know, begin capture of their own. So yeah, so if you stack middle, you're going to have a hard time capturing the comm towers on the outside. And that's also provided that your opponent is building stuff on the outside, but maybe they're also stacking middle, so it might equalize. So you never know until you catch wind with vision. So here's Ako-san, and again, I like their position. I just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I like Ako-san's position, and I like that they're playing as Sammy. Sammy is really good on this map. I think she, yeah. Well, I'm not going to say that she's broken, but she's really good. She's really good. She's really good in the middle for rushing, and she's also really good at capturing your opponent's stuff and taking the comm tower with her superpower, her super co-power. So she's definitely I think Sammy's definitely top tier. We'll say that on this map. A blue-green hood. It looked quite good. And now, Banjoey is capturing this comm tower here. So I do this mistake, and Banjoey, I watched this replay before. They're going to do a thing here on this side, which is really cool. And we're going to see what it is. Yeah, so this is the cool thing, is they jump on this mountain here to reveal what's going on, which is a very efficient play, might I say, if you don't have because they've not built a recon on this side, and they don't have a tank to back it up. So yeah, so slowing down that comm tower is a really good move, and putting infantry on this mountain. Because I've played some games where I should have done something like that, but I got greedy, and instead I went for the cities on the side. And it also reveals this recon here. So that was a really, you know, Ako-san's making some real good plays this game. And so is Banjoey. They're going for both the comm towers here, so you know, making their opponent react to what they're doing, which is funny. Because typically, I think Orange Star is typically the one who takes the lead in the game. So it's nice to see that you know, my balance thing worked out, I guess, if I can really call it that. If I can really attribute this game to the change. But anyways, without further ado, just getting into possession. Getting ready for a big brouhaha. So Banjoey captured the comm tower on the right side there, and oh yeah, and Ako-san kind of evacuated stuff to the right side here from the center, because they have they have this recon in the middle, which is super useful. They can see what's going on if there's a threat in the middle, and there really isn't. Apart from, you know, what can't be seen, but yeah, he's making some good decisions here, in my opinion. That's a really good position there with the artillery. Sitting on a city. Oh, this is really good, because it can shoot at the infantry, too. That's a really good position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And yeah, Ako-san's looking really strong on both sides. Not gonna lie. Not going to lie. And they're strong in the middle. However, Banjoey does have the comm tower, and Ako-san does not. A blue-green hood, it looked quite good. Oh shit, I'm not wearing my glasses. My glasses. A blue-green hood, it looked quite good. Do 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 do. How far does this game go? 17 turns. So Banjoey takes the comm tower on the right. They begin capture on the right. And we got a lot of stuff on the board. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh, look at that. Banjoey's building a helicopter, or a battlecopter on the right side there. The first air unit of the game. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nice shot. Damn. That's a really strong position too. And look at this, is it even if they kill, even if they destroy the infantry here, they can just capture it with the next one behind it. And there's the artillery there to back it all up. So this is a pretty badass position here, might I say. Might I say. A blue-green hood, it looked quite good. 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks on the left side. 1, 2. That's going to be trouble. See, this is part of the reason why I think sending the mech towards the comm tower is just better, in my opinion, than sending it to the corner here. Yeah, and I think that kind of explains itself. Mech is better at trading with tanks. Yeah, man. Ako-san is looking real strong. And now these are definitely destroyed. Like this side is in big trouble here. And he's got the anti-air behind it too to back it up. A gnome named Grimble Crumble. Oh man, look at these recons just wreaking havoc, stinking up the place. And there's like nothing in the middle here again. That's cool. I like that. I like seeing that. Yeah, that's a really good position here. And more recons. Cool. You know what? This isn't so bad after all, because there's 4 tanks over here and a copter. Jesus. Good heavens. Oh, but they moved the tank on top. You want to capture that, don't you? That's a good shot. Do 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 do. That's not gonna do it. Oh, what a roll! Boom, big shot. We got a battlecopter coming in, and interestingly enough, I think Banjoey has not the better. They have the better economy, like behind the scenes, but in the middle, they've not had these 2 front cities for like the whole game. So it's interesting to see that Banjoey has like more of a city capture lead on the left side, and they're ahead on the right side as well. But in exchange for these two cities here, I think he lost that recon and the infantry at the beginning to an artillery and a recon, right? So though Banjoey is ahead, like behind the scenes, economically speaking, because they lost this front here, and the unit value that they lost there, they're actually not as well off as, you know, the city count reflects. And the city count is actually more reflective for Akosan because of these two in the center. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. A blue-green hood, it looked quite good. Nice shot. Yeah, this is looking kind of rough for Banjoey. But actually, his super co-power is really good, so there's that. Rushing on the left side here. I really like putting recons on the outside here, because if you can stuff like 2 or 3 even captures over here, that's such an annoying thing to have to send like a tank or a helicopter, battlecopter on that side there. So I love seeing this. However, given that it is Sammy, when they get their super co-power, no matter how much you peck away at these guys, you know, they can recapture those cities that you've delayed pretty quickly. So just something to recognize there. So Akosan is, they destroyed the copter on the right side there. Look at that. It's interesting to see when I'm doing the replays, how people will do one move on this side over here, and then they'll go to the opposite side of the map, and then they'll go somewhere else. Like, it's kind of funny to see how people are like thinking about stuff in the replay. Yeah, Akosan is really looking good here. Especially, he's going to capture this immediately. So, sheesh. Yeah, there's the victory march there. Just getting real aggressive with it. Look at that. Just right up in your face. Come on. Yeah, that's a really good co-special. Boom. Big hit. Big. Oh, man. Yeah, that's really, really good. Big hit. Big hit. No, not really. Look at these 3 recons, though, eh? That's interesting. So now Andy uses theirs, and let's see what was healed up. So we got 5. That's a good use, right? Good use. I feel like you should probably go attack stuff first. Like, these tanks should attack here. Yeah. These should definitely attack here before using the power, so. I'm not sure where, I guess it's not the end of the world. Nice shot. Nice shot. Yeah, this game's looking pretty good right now. Yeah, these recons. I like these recons in the middle there. Especially after that heal. That was a big, that was pretty good for the recons in the middle there. A little man. Now Akosan captures more. Yeah, they're about equal on the city capture now. I guess I can see it at the bottom here. Do 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 do. Nice. I like. Clearing out the recons in the middle. Yeah. Gotta say, Banjoi's army is looking a little bit weak. On the left side especially, and in the middle. Let's look at the unit count here. What do we got? 3 recons, 5 tanks, 2 anti-airs, and a battlecopter versus 6 tanks and 3 battlecopters and an anti-air. So I like Akosan's unit composition more. Just gonna throw that out there. And they also don't have the anti-air in position here, so. This is pretty cool though. I like what I'm seeing. That was a big hit. So there goes one of the battlecopters on the left side there. Going for the capture. Ballsy. That's always a good move in my opinion, because you have to you have to attack this thing with at least 1 unit. So that's a good move. Pretty much always that's a good move. Well, not pretty much always, but that's a good move in this case. Yeah, look at this. That's pretty cool. He's stealing his opponent's income. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, here's a rush in the middle. What happened last turn? Where did we go? Boom, just going straight for the heart. And that's pretty tough. This is going to be tough to break. A blue-green hood. Oh yeah, just stacking it. Oh my goodness. Dude, look at how many units there are in the middle versus this. This is big trouble. Man, that's so cool though, because look how Banjoi has so much stuff on the left side here. And yeah, just imagine if like 3 or 4 of these things were in the middle. You would, you know, that would be pretty cool, but that's not the case. Do 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 do. Get him out of here. Yeah, I think this is big trouble, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's game. Yeah, that's got to be game. They can't. No, there's no way. A blue-green hood. It looked quite good. I'm just waiting for this capture to happen here. Yeah, there we go. Good game. Interesting to see that Banjoi got more kills, but Akosan still wins it with the big plays in the middle there. So that was a good replay. I like that game. Yeah, I like this game. It was not crazy. Like, I didn't see the recon rush or anything happen at the beginning. And yeah, there was just really good positioning right from the bat with that artillery, and then killing that recon with the artillery plus the recon of Akosan. So, and then also some really good posturing and stuff like that. On the left side, not on the left side, on the right side here with that big formation. So, yeah, Akosan had a pretty good game here. Had a really good game actually. They made a lot of really good moves this game, and they took down a giant of an opponent in comparison. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And they also did it as Blue Moon, which is really kind of refreshing to see, because Blue Moon typically has the uphill battle to win. So it's like the double uphill battle that Ako-san has come ahead with the win here. So I likes it. I like this game. So yeah, anyways, that's the game. That's the new version of this map, etc. So yeah, if you like it, you guys, like and subscribe and send it to your friends. And hopefully you attend for some more in the future. All right? Adios, guys. Cheers.